Okay, next let's run through the control panel. The pressure gauges and the flow meters we'll get to later, but just your basic control panel here. Here's a conductivity meter to give you a baseline of what the current product water's conductivity is, and conductivity is very closely related to mineral content, so that you would use as a baseline to set up the system. Then you've got a few different alerts. We've got a feed tank level low. That means if the system stops, it'll tell you here why it stopped. If you've connected up the level flow to the feed tank, it'll tell you, okay, hold on, there's a problem with the water in the feed tank. If the pure water tank is full, that will also bring up a warning here. And then here we've got pressure warnings for the RO, a low pressure, overpressure, and then if the pre-treatment is blocking the system from turning on. And then vice versa, we have at the bottom here, we have one to tell you that the feed pump is running. Each of these has a switch linked to them, which you can either manually turn off the feed pump, manually turn it on, or leave it in automatic mode where the system actually controls the pump when it's switched on. Typically the automatic mode would be fine if the feed pump is only powering this system, but if you're, for example, teeing off before the RO plant and using the higher mineral content water that's already filtered for something else, you can then manually switch on and off the pump here. The inlet valve is just the solenoid valve to the system that you would normally leave in automatic mode. The high pressure pump you would also normally leave in automatic mode, that it manages itself. The flush valve, however, is one which you might want to run manually if you're using a high mineral content water. The idea behind this is, if it's on automatic, is that the system automatically flushes the membranes when the mineral content starts to climb of the product water. Now, if you're using this system on extremely high mineral content water, you might find that the system keeps trying to flush itself because it's not happy with the amount of mineral content coming out after the membranes. So if that's the situation, you will just have to do this process manually. What this also allows you is, if you're busy with doing something different, like just want to flush membranes and you don't want to start the high pressure pump, you can manually open the inlet valve, you can manually open the feed pump, and then leave the high pressure pump off and open the flush valve. Then in effect your feed pump's pressure will be allowed through right to the membrane, and you'll actually be using your feed pump to flush the membranes instead of starting the high pressure pump, which might be completely unnecessary. Basically what this does, it gives you options, and it gives you options for troubleshooting as well.